Hey guys, all right, in this video we're going to be putting together the right flap. So in the last couple of videos I was putting together the left flap, and in the very beginning I actually was putting together both flaps, getting the frame all built. But in this video what I'm going to be doing in the background here is I'm working on from that frame point forward. And someone had brought up a really interesting question. They said, you know, how many hours of video do you have at this point? And I don't know. It occurred to me that you guys may not realize how much time actually goes into some of these videos. So down over there in the corner, I'm going to put a little counter, and that little counter is going to be ticking with exactly how many real hours are going by. So this video is going to be, 10 minutes or so. I'm going to try to keep it around 10-minute mark. But what you're looking at is a whole bunch of hours of filming to get those 10 minutes. And all of my videos are that way. And so to answer the question of how many hours of video, well, what are we talking about? Are we talking about how many hours it took me to make each 10-minute video? Or are we talking about the total number of hours of just the footage, not even including the God knows how many hours it took me to make all that footage? The latter question, I think, is about 30 hours, I think is what we guessed. The former question, oh, God knows. I've stopped keeping track of, like, hardcore keeping track of how many hours I did. On the empennage, I have a log every single day down to the minute. I mean, I was really anal about it. And it got to the point where it was just tedious keeping that up. So I just stopped. And I was like, and the other thing is it was disheartening. For whatever reason, it really kind of got me down. Did y'all hear that thump? I'm going to play the audio again. For whatever reason, it really kind of got me down right there. Apparently that was a pretty big car accident that happened right outside the airport. Oops. Putting in there like how many hours I had been spending getting to that point. So I was like, okay, I'm not doing that anymore. So anyways, I could ramble forever. Gonna go work in the background here, gonna continue working on this and go from there. So I had a number of people ask me, are you flying? And the answer is no. I haven't actually been flying in a while. I really like to fly. I enjoy it. I like to hang out with pilots, and I like to hang out with airplanes. Airplanes don't talk as much. They're actually better. But I haven't really been flying. Now, part of that, some of it's money, some of it's time, but time was a bigger part of it. The airport that I was flying out of is actually like 50 minutes that way. It's like 20 minutes, by air. It's 50 minutes by car. It's really inconvenient. And unfortunately, that airport's kind of dying. So that's Western Carolina. If you scroll way back in time in some of my videos, that's where I was flying it out of. I like it as an airport, but unfortunately, it's just not going well. And so my instructor who was over there has moved over here. Yay! So there's a real good chance I'm going to be doing a lot more flying over here soon. Money is still kind of an issue, so I'm having to put that together, but at least the opportunity is here for me. I do need to go get my medical redone, though, because I think it's expired. But other than that, I should be back in the air soon. And when I do start doing that, I will film it again. So hope that answers your question. So I wanted to show you this picture. This sucks. So we had an accident at the airport today where basically someone had, their plane had died. They had left the switch on all night long, so they just moved the plane over next to a hangar, hooked it up to a charger, got the battery all hooked up, and when the battery charged up enough, apparently it kicked over and it just flew right into that other plane. Like it was completely unattended at that point. The person had forgot to not turn stuff on, I guess. I don't know. The magnetos fired and the engine just spun up and off it went. And in the process, you've got two wonderful aircraft that have been totaled, and that sucks. So be careful. I guess that's the moral of the story. It's too bad too. No one was injured, thankfully. Hey guys, if you like what I'm doing on this channel, if you jump over to my Patreon page, for as little as $1 a month, you can help support me and help me keep making these videos. Just think of buying me a cup of coffee over the internet. And when you want to build your Van's aircraft, and if I can build it, you absolutely can. If you use my builder number, which is down in the comments below, Vans will send me $100. It's no money out of your pocket. It's just another way to say, hey, thanks. Hey, so something else I wanted to show you guys is when you're building the flaps and the trailing edges of pretty much any of the wing, especially when you're using that trailing edge, when you don't have the trailing edge in there, it looks really wavy. And when you put the trailing edge in there, suddenly it's not wavy. And you're like, well, that waviness has to go somewhere, right? Yeah, it kind of does. It just kind of works itself out across the length of the entire part. That's why it's possible to build into each of your things, your wings, your flaps, your ailerons, whatever. It's possible to build a twist in if you don't take care of this correctly. But if you see in this picture here, there's two of those edges, those triangular edges in there. The forward part of it, I've got it clecoed in. The aft end, though, you can see how wavy it is. It's because I just don't have it in there yet. Once I clecoed it in, it's straight as an arrow. And then the final output, again, straight as an arrow once I got it all riveted together. So where I'm going with that is, when you put all the parts together and you don't have those trailing edges in there and you see that waviness, don't think, oh God, it's wrong. No, it's not. It's probably going to be just fine. Now, if someone knows how to put it all together before you've put those trailing edges in there and still not have that waviness, let me know, because I would like to know, maybe there's a way to make it even tighter and better. There's no oil canning or anything like that in any of my parts, so I think I did it right, but hey, I don't know everything. If you guys know something I don't know, let me know. Thanks. Anyways, guys, there you go. The timer over there has come to an end. You can see exactly how many hours I actually spent out here in the hot making this thing. That's where I'm going to end this one. Thanks a bunch, guys. I really appreciate it. If you do me a favor, click that thumbs up and like button down over there, or you can subscribe if you haven't and click the bell to get notifications. And again, I'm going to continue putting these out, try to get them out every Monday now. I was trying every Sunday, but that actually didn't work out. I ended up working on Sunday. It was just too much trouble to work and then produce the video. So Mondays, maybe it'll slip to Tuesdays. I don't know. Anyways, guys, thanks a bunch. I'll see you next time. Hey guys, so here we are working on the other flap. Now in the last 3 or 4 videos, it was basically me putting together the left flap, and now I'm going to assemble the right flap. And I'm trying to do everything in one video here. Now, I had a little bit of a cheat in that I kind of built the frame up, and that's my phone ringing, so of course.